Why you gotta? Why, why, why you gotta? Why you gotta ride like that, huh?
Why you gotta flex with the sauce and the flame? Why you gotta walk and everybody know your name? Why you gotta call with the look, no shame? Why you gotta shut it down, whole club insane? Why you gotta shine like the sun in the gloss? Why you gotta boss up, never take a loss? Why you gotta hush mouths when you step, no talk? Why you gotta kill 'em all just by how you walk? Why you gotta drip like the tap, don't stop? Why you gotta make heat, every pick go pop? Why you gotta reel with the love, no swap? Why you gotta top tier, never gon' flop? Why you got a bad like that, no fake? Why you gotta slide like that, so great? Why you got a hot like that, all flame? Why you got a queen, every dude won't claim? Why you got a clean, got class, no dirt? Why you gotta make 'em freeze up, no flirt? Why you got a game so tight, it hurt? Why you got a body with a mind that work? Why you gotta taste like heaven on 10? Why you gotta switch, flip vibes, then blend? Why you gotta look like a start, not end? Why you gotta got juice, no need to pretend? Why you gotta roll with a look so slick? Why you got a style that'll snap so quick? Why you got a bad like a savage chick? Why you got a perfect, that's the trick, yeah. Why you got a guy, every man say please? Why you gotta drop jaws, freeze them knees? Why you gotta like a chicken biscuit tease? Why you got a golden butter spice and ease? Why you got a bad like that, no fake? Why you gotta slide like that, so great? Why you got a hot like that, all flame? Why you got a queen, every dude won't claim? Why you gotta? Why you gotta? Why you gotta got 'em all saying your name? Why you got it perfect, no one playing that game?